So they're doing it. They know. Why do they focus? They focus on where we're going, not the mess that is daily, because it will pass. He knows what the outcome will be. And I believe all of us, if you look at it a simple way, like me being a simple guy, as we're sitting at the table and he's dealing out the cards. We were given the cards. Now we're told dream bigger, so it better be a pretty good hand. The problem is a couple cards were dealt out to all of us, and we look at it and go, well, that's not a great hand. You got 2 cards, you got 3 more coming, okay? So how can you judge that? Just wait and see what happens. Yes, a jack and a queen is nothing. It's not even a pair. But if you add ace, king, queen, jack, that's a royal flush. That hand can't be beat. And I believe everybody has that hand. Everybody's going to be dealt a hand like that. And then people say, well, it's good for you. It's good for Red. It's good for somebody else. It's good. You're an ex-marketer. You know this. You got, listen to me. I'm here, and I know Red's here. Red did stuff online. Chris, thank God he didn't do anything online, really, because he didn't go through that journey. No, really, I think he was blessed to see this is his first one. But all that time, towards the end, I thought, my first goal was I'm coming in. I got to check to see if it is what it is. I wanted to meet the person that's running it best I could. I did. And I wanted to see, can everyone win? Now, I heard it, but did I believe it? I didn't know yet. But as time went on, all of the things that I had in my mind that, is it going to? Is this what I think it is? Is it as good as I think, or is it better? All the categories I just mentioned are beyond what I thought it would be. And the reason I'm here is, yes, wanted to make money. Obviously, wound up on disability at 42 years old. Okay, now you got to live on 40 or 50% less than you did. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to throw 4 grandchildren in on top of it. Okay, so that's reality. That's what happened. But when I saw this, I thought, man, if this is just 10% of what I think it would be, I'm going to be fine. But right away, because I've done this so long, what about everyone else? And when I see the building of this, and I meet all the people I've met in the extended family of people that are, they might be a doctor, they might be a lawyer, they might be a teacher, they might be a homemaker, single, working double jobs. Most people work in a business they don't even like. Can they make it? Is it set up for them? And the answer is, this is not my opinion. The answer is absolutely it is. Absolutely, this is set up for everyone. Wait for the rest of your cards to be dealt. Be with somebody that's positive. Listen, we're on a journey, and this is the craziest thing about it is, while they're clearing the land, leveling out, pouring the concrete, adding everything, all the bells and whistles and marketing and branding, what are we really doing? What were we expected to do? Nothing. Have the faith, have the trust, and a few of us are with the biggest mouths wound up on YouTubes and stuff like that, where we try to inspire people to keep moving forward. That's it. And if I didn't like doing this, I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. Nobody here would do it. Nobody's forced to do anything. I do it because in my heart, I see the pieces of the puzzle on the kitchen table, like we did as a kid. All the pieces are being put together, and now I can see the picture of Unpassive. And there's some people around the table, they're not looking at the table, they're looking all over different ways. And I'm saying, are you seeing what we have? Well, what is it exactly? I don't know exactly, but look, we've got this and this and this. You got all the corners filled in. They're filling in the center. It's mind-blowing what we have our hands on. Take the time. If you really think about it and take the time and look at where we've been and what's been done so far, nobody could pay you to leave. Never, ever, ever. So I want to tell everybody, focus on what we know. Let them do all the heavy work, the loading, they're spending buku money. And every time, I want to mention this, every time there's a pothole, a little crack in the walkway, they patch it, they lift us over it, they pay the money if they got ripped off, they take care of all the damages. And in the meantime, they go, Marty, because we have this issue and it's an outside problem, we're going to give you a 30-day extension. The freak, that didn't cost me squat. So the next time they do it again, oh, and by the way, we're going to drop the price too. Well, no damage happened to me. That's okay. We want to make sure you're okay. And we don't want you to go without O Connect. So let's go back to when O Connect started. What am I paying a month? 22 cents? I mean, it's a joke. This is what this company has done. This is the blanket and umbrella that this company has built over all of us. If you just know that, you can rest assured it's only going to get better. And better is already a magical thing I cannot wrap my head around. Because what I see and what people see that I'm talking to, it's a masterpiece we could have never done on our own. Never, never, never. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to, I don't care who goes next. Chris, you want to go next? Are you going to get kicked out?
Chris, let you go first, mate, because obviously you're struggling with your breathing and that, and in case you need to get going.
No, they tried to come get me just now. I threw them out of the room. Will you like that one? I said, you weren't supposed to come here till 4. I told you I had a meeting at 2. You see, I will put in passive in front of things. I'm good. Thank you, Red. Thank you, Marty, for being on here. They just ripped this tube out of my chest, which was not pretty. It hurt like you would not believe. That's 3 times today that I let out a squeal that I didn't know I had in me, but it's out. I'm taped up. I'm patched up. When this meeting's over, I have to go get x-rays, second x-ray just to verify it. And then I will be jumping in a shower and trying to get rid of all this fur I growing on my face. I want to thank you all for the encouragement, the prayers. You have no idea how much it helped me, but I also want to remind you that we have people right now. A lot of you might not even know that need prayers. And I want to say them real quick. Jane Redfern's mom definitely needs prayers. Robin Noble, stage 4 cancer, definitely needs prayers. Tim Johnson, you know Tim Johnson, the guy that made probably 100,000 photos for just about every founder that asked him. He's got some issues going on with his eye. He definitely needs prayers. Another Tim Dillon, who's in the hospital. He's having issues with his liver. He really needs prayers. All right. Take the prayers you were giving me and put them all on them. I'm home free now. All I got to do is take a shower and walk out of here in a couple hours, which I'm looking forward to. Am I sore? Yep. Now, what Red was thinking, I got to do this tester to keep my lungs strong, and that's how I did it. You got to do it 10 times an hour, and then increases by inhaling. You got to suck it in, you know. And that's what I did. I followed directions to the T because I knew I wanted to get out of here. This does not stop my journey. I'm going to let y'all know this. In a lot of ways, I'm a lot like ASH MUFAREH. I don't stop because something happened. Okay. I set out 7 or 8 weeks ago, and I want to let everyone know I'm retired. I've been retired since I was 52 years old or 53. I can't remember. I'm 58 now. You all know my journey I went with my mom because that's when I started on passive. I went through journeys with my daughter, my health, again with my health, and it's not stopping me because I don't want to stop. I went out and bought a crazy RV and decided I'm going to go visit founders and have fun all over the United States because I've been out of the country multiple times. I thought I'd like to check out all the United States, and that's what I'm going to continue on doing. Now, some people have sent me comments. What, are you crazy? You're sick. Listen, I'm not sick. I broke a couple ribs. My lung collapsed a little bit. You know, that's not sick. It's not a disease. I'm healing. People that have other things, they're sick and they do need that. So, but it's not stopping me. I've got a few questions today, and to me, they're not relevant because I'm still going by what ASH MUFAREH told me to say last Wednesday about what's happening. I hold true to what he says until he changes it or tells us something different. And that's a really good thing. And I can see there's some couple of guys popping on here now, which I'm totally blown away by. But we'll give them a minute. And I do want to do a big shout out for my brother Ash, my brother Muhammad, my brother Nizel, who actually sent me some encouraging words. Loved it with all my heart. I don't have an ink pen with enough ink to say thank you to everyone that sent out wonderful words to me of wisdom and prayers and everything else. I loved it. So I know I'm with a family that's protected from a lot of things. And a lot of the power of that protection comes from the world, the globe of people from every religion, race, color, creed, all coming together and believing in one thing. And then supporting their team members, their families, which is all of us. I consider every one of you my brother, my sister, a mother, a father, an uncle, an aunt. And I got to say, this is the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. Have I had a few little ups and downs? I have. And that's just life, though, you know. ASH MUFAREH goes through things. I got a couple broken ribs. I'm betting there's days where he said, I wish I had those broken ribs for what he's got to go to. And Muhammad Kamal, what he's done, the hours these guys put in for us. I got a new, I forgot about it. I've been retired for quite a while. And I'm going to give a shout out again to these nurses all over the world, and especially this hospital, who work ungodly hours. They get a 30-minute break each day, which they really don't get. They're true humanitarians because they love what they do. And I watch the stress when they first come in, and they come say goodbye to me at their 12 after the end of their 12-hour shift. I could see it in their face. It reminded me of me back in working days. So there was a reason that this injury happened to me, and I think it was before the hospital. I've had a different country in the room every day, people from all over the world, which is it was like I kept telling them, this is like impassive. What's impassive? I'd explain to them about impassive. I had a couple girls that would actually come on today. There was a tornado, some tornado drill. Oh, that hurts to laugh, but a tornado drill. I was on live with Marty, and I thought she was joking, and she threw the bed to the side. She closed my window. She goes, "You got to get in bed." And I'm like, and if you can see my table slowly getting taken away from me. And the girl was really fun. And I will say a joke because she made me laugh so hard about a half hour ago. She would come by and she takes me for walks around the hospital to make sure my lungs are working. And of course, you guys know about the hospital gowns where the back end is wide open. Of course, everyone knows about this. So I'm walking out and she says, "Ho, ho, ho, hold on, Chris. I got to close that back up because this ain't Freaky Friday show today." But I thought was pretty funny. But what a spirit. But I told that young lady, you got a personality. And this is just a couple minutes of talking to her. You got a personality that most guys would kill for. She's a beautiful lady. And this is the people that I will be bringing in to Unpassive in the next few weeks. Just because I love their spirit. I don't want to take nurses off the hospital floors because I know they're needed and they're very, very important. But man, I sure like to give a few of them some breaks. Maybe they don't have to work those 12 hours because they work crazy shifts. Listen, shorthanded every single day since the coronavirus, constantly being shorthanded, people doing double the work. And it's bringing an awareness why I'm in Impassive. It's bringing an awareness why I got into Impassive because I don't want people to have to work that way. I think it's horrible. Most of these people are young and they're maybe 25 to 30 years old, got kids, got family, and working 12 hours, a day, 5 days a week is not easy, especially with kids. So That's what a passive was designed for, helping people out. And that's what I believe is. So I do want to thank you all again. I don't want to keep talking. It's even though healthy for my lungs. Hopefully I'll be home tonight, or at least in my RV, and we'll go from there. So Red Redford, Marty DeGarmo, once again, it's always a pleasure to see you guys on here. And Red, back to you.
Thanks very much, Chris. Thank you, Marty. And I will be as quick as possible, because obviously you don't want to hear me rambling on with 7 days in on passive. You want to listen to our CEO and our COO, ASH MUFAREH and Mohammed Kamal. So I will be as quick as possible. But as always on 360, we do a roundup of the week and bring you back up to date with what has been going on in on passive lands. So let's go back to the 31st of January. That was a whole week ago. And as Chris has said, he was in texting ASH MUFAREH and going through a few things which he brought on 360 last week. And all these information that he brought is in your O-Founders back office under the update section. This was written extremely quickly last week by our fantastic quartet, Dan Street, Daryl Cook, Janet Butler and Peter Sarer. They are our resident recappers on the written side, and they brought it what was said yesterday last week. But to just to reiterate, it was about payments coming to an end, the crypto staying for a couple more days, and also the start of the payments. So all good news last Wednesday. Thursday, what happened on the 1st of February? Chris had a fall. That's what happened last Thursday. He might think it was 2 weeks ago, but it was actually only Thursday. We got to hear it. And as he has told you, he had a couple of broken ribs and a collapsed lung. An outpouring of good wishes and get wells came on Thursday of last week and continued all week as well. And he, as you can see, he is coming back now. He's going to be back in his RV very, very shortly. Also, what happened on the Thursday the 1st, you would have noticed in your OES accounts that the standardization of the 10-day extension, and you all got notifications of this, by the way, in your OES in OMail form, also in the notifications as well, of an extension of 10 days for OConnect. And this was put all together. Some of us ran out on the 29th of January, some of the 30th and some of the 31st. This is all standardized to a 10-day period to the 10th of February. You might have noticed that, or you might not have, but that happened on Thursday. Friday then, the 2nd of February, we had a message from Chris confirming that he was okay, and this came from our very good Marty DeGarmo. There, he put this out in a audio on YouTube just to reassure us that you were okay, Chris, and thank God you are, which is good. Saturday, very sad day in on passive for many of us on Saturday, and we lost a fantastic leader, mentor, storyteller in the Indian community, and that was Dr. Idris Modi. He'd been with on passive an awful long time. Funnily enough, I was looking over some messages from 2020 actually, when he visited Hyderabad with a contingent of many people from Pakistan and India, if you remember. And I was just going over the chat I had with him about that, and it really was such a blessing to have him in on passive. He brought some amazing stories. He uplifted every single person that he came into contact with, and he will be really missed, especially more so in the Indian community. But that was a very sad day as far as on passive was concerned. Sunday then, we had another message from Chris, but nothing else as far as on passive was concerned. But Monday, brand new website came very early Monday morning. And if you haven't had a look at this website, I do suggest that you have a look at it. Very different from the others. Why? It has a full video in the background of that first page showing Burj Khalifa and Jaitek's other snippets as well as videos, all in the background of the main page. Really liked this one. The second page, it has a circle that changes each time you click it, has all of the products on there. That is brand new. We haven't seen that before as well. All of these, by the way, have read mores on them. I suggest every single time you go onto any page in the OnPassive ecosystem, if it has a read more, go and read it, guys. This is what it's all about. Knowledge is power. The more knowledge that you have of your business, the better and more likely you are to be able to explain things in the right manner. I love this as well. Also, I noticed that the About Us section had been revamped as well. Again, very much gearing towards businesses now more than individuals. I like it because this is where I believe that the power of OnPassive is going to really shine through in the business community. That also came there, and we also had a brand new update on our OES app. This was in Android. You had to go into the Google Play to update that. But if you're on iOS, this will automatically update. If you weren't too sure, if you clicked on your name in the iOS, you can see all of your apps there. And if it hasn't updated and you haven't got it on auto update, then you can update it from that. Tuesday, then, what happened on Tuesday? We had a small problem with the logout button of your OES. This was fixed super rapid, guys. Honestly, they were on it straight away. And by Tuesday morning, this was all fixed and people were able to log in and out as well for that. I did want to actually just say as well on Tuesday, I don't know if you saw Marty and Chris's live on Tuesday, but if you haven't, go to their YouTube channels and listen to what Chris had to say on Tuesday. I spoke to him afterwards. I thought it was a really inspirational take on how he had his fall, about the steps, and he made that in conjunction with OnPassive and how OnPassive is leading us away, showing us a step. Really, really good, guys. Go and listen to it. Very inspirational, as always, from our brother Chris. And as I said on Wednesday morning, that was this morning, the logout issue for Tuesday was fixed. And here we are back round once again on 360. And we are privileged and pleasured to have ASH MUFAREH and Mohammed Kamal. Back to you, Marty.
Mr. MUFAREH, you turn on your camera when you're ready. In the meantime, I was looking at, I was thinking about, that statement, 3 feet from gold. I know there were people that for some bizarre reason just said, I can't do this. I don't know what you're doing, but they walked away. But there's a lot of times in history, if you look back at people that decided to, I got to call it quits. I'm lost. I just, there's stories out there that would just blow you away. I'm going to give you a couple. Mike Lizardis, through the BlackBerry storm, it was against, iPhone was coming up in 2008 when BlackBerry, then known as Research Motion, the Lizard stepped up. They asked him to invest or something with iPhone, and he said, no, thanks. And the board of directors in 2020, the market cap is now $5 billion. They were offered like $83 billion. And he said, no. That CEO wound up being kicked out. I mean, it's just things in BAS where people don't take the time to look at what's going on and the power of, look at in this business, what do we really do? We do nothing. We just wait. We were given a O-Connect where we could go on video. We've had it practically for free for almost, 9, 8, 10 months now. And yeah, we were charged a lot less than we were told that it would be, 200 to 300. It was 143. Like I said, every time there was some kind of outside situation where it set us back, they took the hit, they took the punch, and they paid whatever it cost, lost whatever it was, but never, ever did they say, we're not taking this alone. We're going to feed this on to the people. They should pay part of this problem. Never, never. And no company does that, by the way. No company does that. Somehow they find a way to get you to pay for whatever issue they have. I mean, another one, if you look at right now, these big social media platforms are being forced to verify who people are. Why? Because they're a haven for low life characters that go around seeking who they can devour. And now what do they got to do? They have to go out and try to verify who is this guy really? Because he's lying, he's taking over accounts and all that. But that bill they're forking out to the people, and it's a lot. It's a lot to get verified. It's like $1,000 a year, some crazy number. Some are even more. What does Unpassive do? Of course, they do something bizarre. You're going to get in. They pay you to verify. Now you don't pay any monthly thing. You do nothing. And you get verified. That's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. These little things are constant. I think sometimes the company offers us so much that we start to expect it. And if it isn't quite what we think it is, then some people complain. I find that so outrageous for me that we could be in here. Look, what do we? The land is cleared, the concrete's poured, the buildings are put up, we're branded. We get to be the hero. Think about what's going on. The backing of this, the mall that was built for us. I'm going to own a virtual mall that is the biggest one in the world. I'm going to be part of that. When people come in my store, wherever it is, whatever they have to offer, I could get a small piece of the pie. I wish I could, if people could just focus on what you have, just focus on what you have. You don't have to know it all. 2% will blow your socks off. Anyway, I'm pretty much done because I'm rambling over the same thing again. Mr. Mufareh is here. He's a busy man. So, Ash, it's all yours, sir. And hello, Mr. Kamal.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, the three of you, for allowing us to get in. We are so excited to see Chris Johnson. And I agree with you, Red. I like your recap. It was brief, but very informative. And I agree with you about the website. To me, is definitely a new level. It is really good. I would love to keep this style. What I want to say is there's so much going on in the social life, in our life, all of us, obviously. It will be so much to cover. I probably would leave that over maybe a different setting with maybe a more chatting area, because we're live now, we're public. I think we want to be as effective, as informative, as productive as possible. But one thing I want to say, that facial hair is not for everyone. All right? I hope things are moving there. For those who don't know, the Heartbreaker man, he just made up something to be at that hospital. He just loved to be surrounded by the kind heart people. Mr. Nazdal or Murad just joined us, and Mr. Nazdal is coming. They are both in India. I'm joined also with our beloved Mr. Kamal. We have so much going on around the clock every day. We have so much we would love to share with you, but unfortunately, we can share so little to the public. And it's a bit of disappointment. It's just because of the past experiences. Sometimes keeping the information is far more effective than sharing it, and then it becomes more problematic. But I can tell you from our side, it is indeed a powerful moment. It is indeed promising where we are. We have so much to share with you, but I can maybe say it in a broad way without giving the details. So, for example, I'm going to touch up on a few things, and I'm going to let the gentlemen here to say their part. because we also have a meeting right after this. Actually, we paused something to come here because we just wanted to be with you. So I'm going to cover on the commissions process. I'm going to cover on the OConnect status, and Mr. Murad will touch up on that. We're going to cover also on some major progress in the AI. I think it's rather uh, so far in 2024, the biggest phase that we've achieved, or milestone that we've achieved already in 2024, and Mr. Kamal will touch up on that. But let me go quickly. I think everybody's waiting for that. Payment or payout commissions is already in the process. There are some steps we didn't wish to do, but unfortunately, we're not finding a way to bypass them, such as people are going to have to go through their email process, verify, and also get a KYC process. It's not O-Verify yet. So we didn't want to do that because we're going to double the process with O-Verify again. Unfortunately, in the meantime, so we don't slow this anymore, until a couple of hopefully weeks where we are able to bypass that. But in the next week or two, we're going to have to go through this. And again, we have a certain structure for those who get paid now. So everything is fine. You don't need to do anything except watching your email, O-mail and the alternative email every day, okay? Because you don't want to have us processing your pending withdrawal and you not respond or not verify that, and then it will sit there and it will mess up our calculation. Uh, Another thing I want to mention something about the commissions. Truthfully, one of the reasons we're not opening more products and not letting you pay again for OConnect, if you do the math, it's been nearly 10 months since April 2023, and we are in April and February. So nearly 10 months for those who paid either 93 or 143. If you do the math, it's almost a giveaway. Plus, the founding members previously in the early birds, we call them, they got $97 returned, credited back to them. Uh, we're leaving out millions, hundreds of millions, if I'm not exaggerating here. For one reason is we're not going to take more money until we clear the balance. It's as transparent I could be with you, okay? Plus, we wanted to give the longest chance for those who couldn't work up payment. At this point, if you didn't make it, I don't think you're going to make a payment. So that's why we pause now. Yeah, we still have the crypto open, but again, for a very limited time. And then there's no more this price, and there's no more accepting with this bit. The next time we're going to sell OConnect is going to be more likely a different price and the new release. And Engineer Murad is going to touch up on that. So one more thing I'm going to touch up on the commissions, because I know more people are going to be interested in this session since we have all the pros here. And we have your favorite. We know who it is. Okay. Uh, so in the past uh, few years, I really personally planned a variety of pay structures. And because of the magnitude of our network and our work and our business, we had to validate everything through the legal process. I cannot tell you the number because I really don't have a number specifically, but I can count one day. But numerous of structures have been shared with our legal teams here and abroad to make sure that this would be okay globally. And the reason we check is because we know it's disruptive and it's too good. It sounds like there is a catch in it. So rather, before we go to work and announce it, we take that time to validate it through or among our legal team. Now, what happened is sometimes it is accepted in some countries, but not accepted in others. Sometimes it is accepted. There's no law that says, no, you cannot do this. But they say, no, 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 you're just being sneaky smart, okay? And we're just skeptical, all right? There's on papers is not illegal, okay? But we sense that you're just given too much and that cannot be real, so we have to do that. Now, so we've tried to, and I had really disruptive ideas. Like I thought this goes to the market is going to blow everything up. But here's what we know. It looks like a couple of people are really ticked by what we're doing. Internally, externally, I mean, on board and outsiders as well. And they work so hard to also provide that information and infuse it with poison, unfortunately. So that has been a setback, preventing us from doing what we wanted to do. But in the meantime, making us work harder to find more clever ways to really have no loophole. So in a way, if you think about it logically, it's so good that it's happening now. So because you don't want to go to the test while you're live in the market. And this has been a maintenance process. Don't ask Mr. Kamal when he was outside today, when he was all the way northeast Dubai, and then midday he had to go to Abu Dhabi, okay, like 2 hours or 1 hour and a half each way at least, depending on the traffic, with our legal team here and there. So there's so much that we're working on. I cannot tell you these gentlemen here, Mr. Kamal, Nazal and Murad. What time is it now? 1:30 almost a.m. in India. Don't ask when
In
they
India,
started.
yeah,
Yes, when
1:50.
they started, exactly. So there's nothing you could expect more from our efforts. People don't do this for a living. They don't do it as a job. They do it because they really want to do it, because they know they're making a difference, and we're doing it with heart. And these people are intelligent, and these people are very talented. They're qualified. You know what they left, okay, and why they're doing this. And now they travel abroad, east, west, because of what we're building. Because of that, we became also another target. I'm going to touch upon that as well, a little bit of the AI, then I'm going to let them speak. But one more thing about the commissions, okay, that it made us be more creative, more clever, and have to do the foundations, something was not in the calculation that we have to completely build. Okay, that is a huge process. Most companies would never have to do that because they're not as big or not being targeted. Okay, they just grew up organically over decades, so they didn't really uh, tease anybody. So the solution was only to build the foundation that we can 100% control the process. I don't want you to understand the details because I cannot say them. But if you're listening or you're paying attention, you know what I'm talking about. So we have to build that foundation in order to achieve our dream. Before your dream is how we want to pay you. At the end of the day, we could just put a very fancy price on our products and go, and we don't have to give you anything. If you think we can market, you're damn right. So we are not in need for that. It just being transparent, keeping the integrity, and it's our passion. We're not going to lift up humanity by being wealthy ourselves. The only way we can do that is by lifting up humanity, by touching every soul and every individual we can reach. We became a true family. We became a true family. Like I said, I wish I could talk about the social aspect of our journey, but it's not the time, it's not the place. Uh, Later in the week or maybe next week, we can join one of those chatter sessions and we can talk about everything that is going on. Uh, so we have succeeded to build that foundation. It's not 100% done, but we're in the finals. We're approaching the finish line. Once that's done, then anything we want to do, we can do it legally and securely. Okay, I want to leave it there. But one of the critics we have is we're known by our generosity. We give more than we should. And can I tell you that criticism? I'm going to say yes. And we're proud of it. And we're not going to change. We enjoy it. That's our passion. Okay. That's why we're making all of this. But again, the name was problematic. We talked about on passive technology, passive work, passive inventions, passive creativity, passive hassle. All of that is on our shoulders. You just tap or piggyback with us, and we will take you where you want to go. Just be on our shoulder and uh, be in it, doing it. Uh, Last point is AI. It's the commodity of the century. It was the race to the moon, Russia, China, and the United States in the 60s. There was a race to, uh, you know, firearm stuff. Okay, there was a race for uh, oil, race for technology, and the dot-com boom was in the 90s in the Silicon Valley, California. There was a race, lots of types of races about industrial, etc. But and all those races ended up creating something good for humanity. Because when there's a competition, is for you to attract the market, you've got to sell something or a value that is attractive. And then one thing that, for example, not every country can get in that race. Uh, for example, oil or gold, okay? Not every country can be in that race. Some countries are just not fortunate. They don't have that natural treasure. But one treasure that every country on this planet possess right now, and they have a chance to dominate all the leaders of the globe, 220 countries rounded up. They understand that the biggest thing right now that is available for everyone, and it's a race for the 220 countries, AI, artificial intelligence. There's not a country I heard of, no matter who it is not in that race. Everybody's going there, but who's going to get there faster as countries / companies as well? Who's going to get there will lead the game. And the era of AI could be the next decades or so. Look at him smiling. Yeah, of course. You're being pampered. Of course. Of course. Yeah. Make sure your gown is locked up from the back. Yeah. But no leaking. But we understand it's not an easy game. I mean, if you're talking about SpaceX and the people behind it, say Elon Musk and Tesla, they're not lack of resources, whether finances or uh, equipments and human resources. They're not lack of that. So anything they want to achieve, they could do it. But here's something for those who pay attention. Why would you even dare to get in the game? It's like you would say, it's not my game, I'm out of here. That's the game when we're having the most handsome man in on passive, and then Chris Johnson walks into the room. We say, I quit. I'm out of here. That's the type of game we quit. But in AI race, everybody has a chance. Why? Why we don't quit while we have those big players? Google. Why we don't quit when Meta or Facebook is there? You have a chance. How could we dare as on passive to be a dominant player in the AI field? Is the missing word, heart. Because we're the only company that I personally know that is AI with heart. And the only company that is, the focus is not how much we can make. Complete reverse engineering. Everybody's focused how much money and control can I obtain. We're not looking at that. We're looking at how much value can we create, and that's how we are a league of our own. With that, I'm going to give it to the gents here, and whoever is ready to take over, either Mr. Kamal, if you want to talk about that update. If you're not ready, Mr. Murad, can you talk about the OConnect progression? Because he's taken over now and he's leading the. He's leaving his family, obviously in UAE, and he's serving the team in India, in Hyderabad, for fine tuning and perfecting and completing the Dream OConnect that we're using right now. So thank you for staying up very late. I know your day is not short.
Hello,
Good to have you
everyone.
on 360.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. For OConnect, I just give us a fast update. We are in OConnect now. Our focus is perfecting the OConnect. It will be the best VC system ever. We are focusing on two things: scalability and stability and scalability. And in the new versions, of course, you will find a very attractive and modern design and a lot of dashboards and a lot of new features. Of course, thanks Nazal and his team for the amazing designs which they are providing to us to execute. And let me have also one fast update about Overify, Mr. Ash. We are again working in this, and we are re-architecture the full application, and soon we will have a good news, inshallah.
Thank you so much. We're in good hands. Perfect.
Thank you
I
everyone for
appreciate
your
it.
trust.
All right.
Thank you.
Very, very shortly and soon, you're gonna hear good news. And there's much more. All right. We got Triple Muhammad today.
Hello,
The
everyone.
luckiest day ever. Couldn't ask for more. So go ahead, Mr. Muhammad Nazal.
Thank you, sir. How are you?
Fantastic.
Red,
Alhamdulillah.
Marty, Mr. Ash, all is well? Mr. Kamal, I see you're still in the office. That's
Yes.
not shocking, actually.
Not shocking.
But where did the Terminator go? I saw him. He put the thingy and he left.
Well, I have a. I don't want to judge, but there could be a reason. He's not alone in the room. Yeah.
Well, I really hope he's recovering, and soon he will be back with the full energy as usual.
It's all planned, just to let you know. He's having
Oh yeah,
a blast.
interesting. So how are you, Red, Marty? How's it going? What, Mr. Ash, did you mute them on purpose or what? Oh yeah.
No,
No.
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, I'm very good. So I was unmuting myself, Mohammed. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was me. I got background noise. Yeah, I'm doing fantastic.
Good to
Yeah.
see you on here.
That's really good.
Finally making it to 360.
Oh yeah. I cannot lie to you. We're busy building amazing stuff, to be honest. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Very soon, like Mr. Ash said, things will be literally shaking everything. Actually, the one thing I want to add on the top of what Mr. Ash said, anything negative goes on is fueling us more, to be honest. And this is the beauty out of it. Yes.
Yeah. We are a league of our own. Fantastic. Thank you so much. One more thing, Red.
Thank you.
Not anyone can afford Mr. Nazal. So he's at our pocket now, meaning we wanted to avoid you the bill. He gets more than I do. Did I bill you for last week? People are going to think, oh, they're taking money. No, we're not taking money. We're joking. Disclaimer. Mr. Kamal, you wanna share something? I know something super exciting. We've been working on it since last year.
Hello, everyone. Hello, boss. Marty, Chris, Red. We are so happy, really, to see Chris with us today. And he started to be recovered. So we wish him all the best and to get well soon. Of course, as you see, our fighters, Murad, Nazal, everybody's sleeping, and still some people they are waiting because we have another meeting. Once we finish from here, we have another meeting. And yesterday also have a meeting before our meeting here and webinar. We have a very excited meetings with people and with some big talents in the AI field. They are already joined on Passive, and big team is onboarding now for AI. And you will find some excited features and news very soon with a lot of things. Mr. Ash shared his ideas, his thoughts with the new team, and we have a very productive meetings. It started since yesterday, today, tomorrow we have a big meetings. So guys, be prepared for a lot of things that you will listen and you will see. Besides that, we have also some very big prestigious events it will be happening in March. We will not announce it now. We will announce it that in the first week of March. You will see a lot of things here in Dubai. It's happening with Ambassador. And you're expecting a lot of things from us. We know we are working all over the world and 24/7, as Mr. Ash said, to pay, to make it everything is happen. Sometimes the process itself, it take longer than expected because what we are doing and what we are going to make it, it's not a small. But believe me, what is happening since last week and these days, it's very massive, very excited. Everybody will be proud what you will see, what you will feel. And we have a lot of excited news. It will come very soon. So we cannot share a lot, but to be honest and to say, to be sure and rest assured that everything going in the right track, in the right way, and whatever you are dreaming, what we have is bigger than your imaginations. So thanks, guys, and wish you all the best, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kamal and Mr. Nazal, Mr. Murad. Thank you for the update. I'm sure people are going to be even more excited about what's happening. I am personally extremely excited. I'm going to link what Mr. Kamal covered on the team that we're onboarding now. I'm going to say a couple of things. The heads are Einstein style, no joke. When you see them, you know, we don't keep anything under the rug. Yeah, we're on passive, so we're an open book. You're going to meet them. Okay. Lots of PhDs, okay, and professors, and okay. All across UK, California, the States, the Gulf, everywhere, Hong Kong. And so the heads are really wizards, like literally Einstein nerds. Gotta have fun with them. And inventors, pioneers. They built companies. Now they're being onboarded to OnPassive. Think about that. What could be the reason? And here's what happens. When you get a pro, just like when we were blessed with Mr. Kamal, he's not an individual. He has followers. So we are confident that we can say we will really be dominant in the AI field due to the army and to the experts that are joining us. So, do you need help, Chris? Blink if you need anything. Oh, you're good? Okay. Are you relaxed now? Okay. Are you comfortable? Very good. Very good. Okay. Thank you so much. This has been awesome. Thank you for taking us. We love being with you, but we've got to go do more business. It's already late overseas. See you soon. Listen. We got this, and we couldn't be more proud. We wish we could say more details, but we did a good job, fair job for what we can share with you. All right, have a good one. On to the next
See
one.
you all. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ash, and thanks, the Mohammeds.
Are you leaving today? Are you being discharged, Chris?
My phone overheated. I apologize. Yeah, I think tonight I just kicked like 5 people out of the room again because I made a deal not to come in here, but they all broke the deal. But I'm going to go get another X-ray right now, or in a couple
Okay.
minutes, and then they're going to see if the lung. I'm breathing real good. I just had
You
my
look
last
good.
breathing.
You look good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I look like I got run over
Except,
and drugged.
yeah.
You look,
I'm
you
gonna
look
leave
like
it
a
open. Fill in the
you look
blank.
like you look like a
Ash,
grizzly
Ash.
bear.
Yeah, chapter.
All right. Say it again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I think he's lost his phone again.
Don't worry. He didn't die. He's okay. Just his connection.
Yeah, trust me, he's fine. Yeah.
All right. We've got to go. But thank you so
Thanks,
much, guys.
everybody.
See you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Ash.
you.